Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today you guys wanted to know about how much I paid for my C43. So I'm gonna do a little video teaching you about my monthly payments, maintenance, and basically how much I pay for mods and everything like that. So get ready and enjoy the video, guys. Launch from inside the car, and here we go. Let's go. Alright guys, so now we're gonna go to a quiet place where we can sit down and talk about the numbers and how much I pay monthly for this car. So hey guys, we're back in a nice quiet place so that we could talk numbers, because that's what really matters at the end of the day. So my monthly payment for my C43 is gonna be $455.58. Yeah, might not be that bad to a lot of you guys. Some it might be low, some it might be high, some it might be right in the middle, the sweet spot for you, where because of what you can afford and what you want to pay. And I'm just gonna break down in details why my payment is the way it is. I was online looking at Mercedes C43 because I always went back to Mercedes. Like in my mind, I always thought I was gonna get a Audi S4 or S3, preferably S4, because the S3 was nice, but I just felt like it was a little bit too small. But they're really nice cars. I respect them a lot. But Mercedes was also in my back of my head. I really like the C43. Kind of looks normal, sleeper, but I know it's quick and it sounds good. BMWs was never really on my mind. I'm not the biggest BMW fan, to be honest with you. They are nice cars. Some of them are nice cars, but overall, Mercedes and maybe Audi, mostly Mercedes, is my preference. Doesn't have to be your preference, but this is what I like. Okay? So I saw the C43 online, but I saw the information like the mileage on the car, the price, but they had no pictures because this was like fresh on their site. So I went close to that dealership that I saw it on. So I'm like, you know what? Afterward, I'm gonna just go to the dealership, check it out, and see what they're saying. So I went to the dealership, met with the front desk. They brought me to a used car salesman who could talk to me about the deal. So me and him spoke for a little bit. He gave me the keys, say, go ahead, go test it out, go drive it. And I'm like, what? Really? And he's like, yeah, take it, go have fun and come back and And I was shocked because even when I went to go get my Civic, when I went for my test drive, these guys come in the car with you when you're going for your sales, like for your test drive. But this guy was like, you know what, here, have it, go drive it, go on the highway again, just come back or whatever. And I was surprised. And with that alone, he earned my respect because a young guy, at the time I was 20, I recently turned 24 when I did that. So I went in there, test drove it, fell in love, smiles all over my face. And so I came back. I love the car, but I was really trying to have a poker face because I don't want him to know that I like the car so much that he think I'll buy this car for full price, because it's not happening. That's not who I am. I don't pay nothing for sticker. Well, a car I won't pay for sticker unless it's like something really exclusive and nice, then maybe. But this one, no. You cannot let them know your every move because he's a sales guy. He's gonna do everything to keep a dollar in his pocket, and I'm not going for it. So we spoke numbers, and he asked me about my trade, my car to trade in, but I'm like, no, let's talk numbers on the car first, and then we go to trade in. And I think if you get it, you get it. If not, then it's too long to explain. But it was a really good deal. I think the car was going for about 43. We got down to almost 42. It was like 41 and some change for the car, which was really good in my opinion. At least I felt like at that time, because I was browsing the market, mind you, seeing what's out there, mileage, years, what they look like. And also, I really wanted to go with a Mercedes dealer, to be honest, with a car like this. There are some other used car lots that sell these cars, but for a car like this, and I'm like, no, I'd rather go for a dealer. That way, if anything's wrong with the car, I could just bring it back and um, they'll deal with it. They won't give me no hassle, no this and that. I don't want to go do the back and forth with buying warranties from them, like a third party, like the used car dealers. Some of them are good. I'm not bashing them, but for my first purchase on like a European car, I wanted to be sure on what I'm getting, right? So when I did get the car, it was a car that came in off a lease. I asked for the maintenance record and what they did to the car since it came back, and they did a lot of work, to be honest. New rotors, new brakes, oil change, filter changes, a whole bunch of stuff. Just like basic maintenance that they really need to do, right? Which was I was happy at. So we came down to that number of 41 and some change, which I liked. And you also have to ask for that good interest rate, because that's what matters, right? And that's why you need to really have good credit. So after talking with him, and he spoke with his general manager, whoever runs the place, it came down to an interest rate of 3.49% on my financing for 5-year term. So 5 years is 60 months. Yeah, 60 months, if you guys don't know, which is awesome, because normally the going rate, I feel like for a used car is going to be at least 5.99%, unless you have some connections or if you bargain more. But most people are not going to. They feel like when you go to the dealership that whatever the salesman puts in front of you, that's law. It's not the law. It's never hard, or it's not illegal to ask for a better deal. The worst they could say to you is no. So always remember that. Always negotiate. Always try to get the best deal you can, because that's what they're doing also. I want to keep some money in my pocket. I don't want to give them all my money, because every dollar counts at the end of the day. So one more thing about my finances that I forgot to mention is that for my Honda Civic, they gave me $18,000 for that car, which I was really happy. I drove that car for a year and a half and really lost only $1,500 in value. So I don't mind that whatsoever. So I traded that in, the $18,000, plus I put another $8,000 down to make my payments lower, because I want my payment for that car to be low. I want it to be affordable, something that I could not even think about when it's time to pay it. And that if I want to move up in life and elevate and make some different moves, and I have to go to the bank for financing or anything, that payment is not going to be a monkey on my back that I have to be like, oh man, they're looking at it so hard, because I have bored, my income to debt ratio is so high. So with this one, it doesn't matter at all, to be honest. I have excellent credit rate right now. So after all that, I got a warranty for my transmission and the engine, because the factory warranty off that car was just about to expire. So I extended it for another 3 or 4 years, I think. I'm not positive on that one, but I did extend it for about, I think it was like 2 grand or something like that, something along those lines. So I got that. Anything else I didn't really want because it's garbage in my opinion. Only thing I'm really worried about is the engine, transmission, and the electronics. That's all that matters to me. Anything else, I don't want it. To be honest, I don't want it whatsoever. Up to you if you choose to get it, but me personally, no thanks. I don't want it. So after finance and all that stuff, my monthly payments came down to $455.58 with a 3.49 interest rate on a 5-year finance. So now the cat's out the bag, how much I paid for the car and my monthly payments. We're gonna go to mods. So first thing I did to my car when I got it was, I guess you could say I did window tints. It's not really a mod, but it's something I have to do with all my cars. That's the first thing I do to all my cars. Like a day or two after I get it, straight to the tint shop. I think I probably paid like two something, I think, for my tints. And I also tinted, well, I'm not gonna say what else I tinted because I think it's illegal, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's illegal or not, but yeah, who knows? I don't know. And then I did a ECC Eurocharge Canada Stage 1 tune. So I did get an ECU and a TCU tune. Also with that, I did my spark plug changes also. And I think I did one or two other things, but I can't remember from the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure if I was to go online right now and check the prices and see how much it would roughly cost, because I have an average, but I don't know how much it costs now. I couldn't find the information online, but I could tell you that I think the ECU tune was about 15 to $1700, and the TCU, I can't remember the price to be honest. I can't lie to you. It was so long ago and I don't have the paperwork on me, which is my mistake. But I believed I paid combined with everything about $3,000 or so, like around 3,000 or even maybe a little bit more on tuning, which is well worth it in my opinion. That ECU tune gave me about an extra 80 horsepower, I'm guessing, I believe. It gave me roughly 460 horsepower. I think stock, my car came with 382, 83, 84, something around there. So I feel like it's really good. Plus, when I got my ECU, I told them to add a little bit of a burble on it, as you guys have heard in the video I put in the intro. So can't complain on that one. Only other maintenance I've ever really done on this car is oil changes, to be honest. That's about it. I haven't had any major repairs yet. Actually, no, I just recently had a major repair. I had to change my engine mounts, and that costed me $1,400 to do, which is a bummer, but it is what it is, right? I feel like it gives you a taste when you have these cars. It comes with like the expensive maintenance, but that's what you pay, right? You want to move up, and that's my goal, is to move up. So I feel like I have to get used to these big bills, I guess, and it just boosts me to raise my earning potential so that I can afford these cars when I do get them, right? Because it's no matter of if I'm getting it, it's a matter of when I'm getting it, because I believe in myself that much. And this is what I want, so I'm gonna work my ASS ass off for it. Other than the tune and that major repair, all I've done is oil changes. Oil changes cost me around $200. I think, I'm pretty sure that's what it costs, because the last I got my oil changed about 3 weeks ago, and that was $200. I use liquid moly oil now, so it's been pretty good. I don't know if I see a big difference, but I know it's a better oil in my opinion. I just want to try something new. Before, when I just started, I went to the dealership and they used their oil, but I decided to change and use liquid moly now. So that's pretty good. Only one other thing that's been repaired was when I just got my car, I noticed that one of the headlight wasn't as bright as the other, so I brought it back to the dealership so that they could check it. And they ended up changing the whole headlight, which I didn't have to pay for, covered under warranty. They took care of it. But I think that headlight was about $1,500 if I was to pay for it, plus tax and plus labor also. So that would probably be at least 1900 bucks maybe if I was to pay out of my pocket. But it was paid through warranty, which I'm thankful for. Other than that, I only have one issue with the car right now, but I'm about to bring it to Mercedes so they could diagnose it because I brought it to two mechanics and they can't figure out what's wrong. So I'm gonna have to spend that diagnostic fee, and then I'm not fixing it with them. I'm just gonna bring it back to my other mechanic so he can look at it and fix it. It'll be cheaper that way, and then we'll go with it through there. But other than that, this Mercedes is amazing. I cannot complain whatsoever. The only time I ever feel like, oh my god, like I don't like this car is when it has maintenance problems. But I feel like that's with everyone, to be honest, because you're like, damn, my car is gonna be down, I'm not gonna have it, and now I have to spend money to fix it, which is I don't like that. I like making money, but when it comes to spending the money, yeah, I don't really want to do it. So when you make these decisions, you have to think about the future and how it's gonna affect you in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, right? Always have to think about it. Cars now, but you still have to think about your future also. So that's why I made that decision. So basically, when I got that car, more than half of it was paid for already. So I only had to finance about $24,000, which is what I financed, and got a really good deal for my interest rate, which I'm happy with. I can't complain with that one. And my 5 years financing is really good, which honestly, most likely, I'm gonna end up probably paying off before the 5 years even comes, to be honest. So all depends on how life goes. Maybe I might keep it for the 5 years because it doesn't really make a big deal, or I might pay it off. But the next big move is for me is try to get some type of property, either my personal or maybe a rental, or who knows. But marriage needs to come first, maybe, and then we'll see what happens. I was gonna say, get up off your ass, go do what you have to do. Don't complain. Don't depend on no one. Don't depend on the government. Depend on yourself. Make it happen for you. Believe in yourself. Don't give a about what no one says or thinks. Do you. Even if I'm doing this YouTube thing, I'm not really comfortable being on camera, but I'm gonna just give it my all, or try to give my all, just to inspire someone, just to give someone that game, right? Just to put it in your heads like you do what you want to do, right? So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Please leave a like, comment down, and subscribe down there, and even put your notification bells on for when I release videos. So my videos aren't really going to be all about cars, but I want to branch into the financial part of YouTube, which I feel like is really good for me. That's really what I have a passion for, and that's really what I watch majority of my time. And maybe even in my next video, I will share with you how I got out of debt and how much money I paid off in debt, which is crazy, but I did it, and I'm proud of myself. And this car was like my reward to myself for getting that car, even though I went back into debt for the car. But other than that, I have nothing else, right? So make sure you ask for it. Comment down if you want to see that video. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate you for viewing this video. Continue to watch. Continue to be with me on this journey. I love you guys. Have a good day.